The Sands of Time Remake got cancelled, and I, like millions of other people who grew up with that game, am rightfully upset about it. Ubisoft India was the first to take on the responsibility of remaking the game. On September 10th, 2020, they showed off their first and last reveal of the remake. Fans didn't care for the reveal, myself included, as the game looked like it was made for the 7th generation of consoles. Due to the fans' justified criticism, Ubisoft Montreal stepped in and oversaw the game's development from that point on. Great. Except, not really. Because 6 years later, the game got cast into the Netherrealm. You take it out of the other Ubisoft team's hands, promise you'll do a better job, just to turn around and flush the remake down the shitter entirely. I don't have words. I mean, I do, but none of them are good. Their reason for canceling the remake was, we weren't able to reach the level of quality you deserve, and continuing would have required more time and investment than we could responsibly commit. And we didn't want to release something that fell short of what the Sands of Time represents. True bullshit! You don't give a damn about quality or what fans deserve. That's why you've been releasing the same regurgitated mediocre slop since 2018. In my opinion, Origins was the last decent Assassin's Creed game. Then it all went downhill after that. You don't have the time and investment to responsibly commit to this remake, but you have the time and investment to keep making Assassin's no longer Creed games. The truth is, you're terrified of putting real effort into a project, so you settle for the safest, cheapest route. You're not very good at your jobs. People once called you the McDonald's of video game developers. Now, you're not even that. These days, you're more like a gas station hot dog dipped in stale piss. If this was your plan the entire time, then why get people's hopes up just to blueball them years later? It makes no sense. It's cruel. Don't even bother working on these projects if you're gonna be like that. What the hell have you dingleberries been doing for these past 6 years? Leaked gameplay and screenshots released a couple months ago, which I didn't even become aware of until recently. They included redesigns of the Prince and Farah. The moment people saw this, including me, they ripped the redesigns apart with the same ferocity as 10 honey badgers. Then, Ubisoft conveniently decided to cancel the project not long after, which tells me those leaks were in fact real. From the bottom of my heart, what in the actual fuck is this? That's not the Prince and Farah. That's Dollar Tree, Aladdin, and Jasmine. Based on what I heard, they didn't bring Yuri Lowenthal back into the fold either. Unacceptable! Ubisoft India's take, while far from perfect, at least resembled the original, to some capacity. Ubisoft Montreal's take, on the other hand, is like smearing shit all over the Mona Lisa to the point where it becomes an unrecognizable abomination. Remember, these are the same people who said, we weren't able to reach the level of quality you deserve, and we didn't want to release something that fell short of what the Sands of Time represents. When they willingly defiled the Prince and Farah's original designs. If fans didn't criticize this new iteration, then you would have released it, in this state. And you fucking know it. You lying, contradicting bastards. Didn't want to fall short of what the Sands of Time represents, my pasty apple-shaped ass. All you had to do was make them look like they did before, except with modernized graphics. We didn't ask for or want redesigns. Capcom got it right with Leon in the Resident Evil 4 remake. Toys for Bob got it right with Spyro in the Reignited trilogy. The worst part about all this is I'll never be able to see Farah's breasticles in HD. Not canned remake Farah, goddammit! And no, I'm not counting the HD version on the PS3 that is plagued with problems. The Sands of Time is one of the games that deserve to be remade the most. If done correctly, it could have sold at least 10 million copies. Probably even more. The team who remade the game said this isn't the end of the Prince of Persia franchise. More broken promises. Considering your company has cancelled 2 Prince of Persia games in recent years, you'll have to forgive me for having my doubts. Allegedly, the remake was close to the finish line. Yeah, of an entirely different race. Ubisoft is plummeting at a rate faster than Mach Sonic. I'm thinking it largely has to do with the fact that they have a bad habit of pumping out garbage games and canceling all the good ones with actual potential. Aside from the obvious, sequels to Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown and Immortals Phoenix Rising come to mind. These are only a few of many other games they've cancelled. It really does send a bad message. One that says we're incompetent, indecisive, and lazy. Here's a surprising piece of information for you, Crapisoft. If you take the fans' constructive criticism at face value, then start putting your blood, sweat, and tears into making a game like you used to, then chances are, people will take notice and start buying your products again, and your company's overall net worth will go back up. Keep doing the same thing, and you'll be Scrooge McDuck kinda rich. Just like the good old days when your name actually meant something. In short, spending money is the only way to make money. Even if their company is on the verge of death, they would still rather keep producing shit as quickly as possible in order to save money. Ironically, by doing this, they are losing a lot more than they're gaining. That's why their company is dying. Rest in piss, Ubisoft. Prince of Persia truly does deserve better. You have two options. Either sell the IP to someone else who will actually do something with it, or put Old Yeller out of his misery. It ended up being a giant waste of time for every party involved. All that work for nothing. It's kinda sad when you think about it. But there is a silver lining to all this. That, of course, being they can't screw it up any more than they already have. Which means the original game's legacy is still intact. Yay.